Okay, we are live, and nobody in yet, but the match we've got today is OnePocketSlim versus Rabih. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I think this is going to be an interesting match. I don't know much about Rabih. I've seen him play a little, but Slim is definitely the favorite. Slim is definitely the favorite. So we're bringing this to you on YouTube and Twitch. I don't have any of the fancy stuff these other guys do with the startup screen and the sound effects, and I'm just filling here. So we're about 2 minutes away from go time. And take a quick look at the bracket here. See where we're at. So this is a losers match. Where is this thing? There it is right there. So it's Slim versus Rabih. Let's see, Rabih had lost to Interchange X 17-7. And I think Interchange X and OnePocketSlim speed-wise are pretty close. So Rabih's going to have to play better to win this. Slim initially lost to Tommy 17-14. And Rabih had beaten Christian 17-7. So I think this is going to be a real test for Rabih, see what he can do here. He's definitely a significant underdog in this match. I don't know if any guys want to call it, but I think if Rabih gets to double figures, he's doing good. Of course, I could be surprised. Again, I haven't seen Rabih play that much. Speaking of Rabih, let's see, is he here? Yes, he is. Interesting. He's from Lebanon. So Lebanon's an interesting place. Probably the most westernized nation in the Middle East other than Israel. Most westernized Arab nation. A lot of beautiful women in Lebanon. Never been there, but I've met a number of people from Lebanon. So let's see, we got this room up. Oh yeah, I was thinking it was raised to 17. Rabih's a real hard time getting to double figures. He'd be good if he gets to 7 or 8. 9ball.com saying 13-4. Hi to Fast Eddie. I'm trying to get my... the text is too small, I think, on this restream. Is the text too small for you guys? Are you guys okay with the text? Hi, Bill. And of course, I have not set my field of view to the right field of view. Oh, it is the right one. Okay, good. So Rabih gets the break and breaks dry. So it looks like a pretty straightforward rack here. I'll be surprised if Slim doesn't run this out. 3-4-5 is kind of the funny zone. The 5 you have to either shoot in a side pocket or up table. So this is a critical shot that he gets on the 4 good. This is really the key shot of the rack right here. Get on the 4 good and the rest of it's easy. Well, I'm not quite sure about that. I wouldn't have done that. He's going to have to draw over to the side rail below the side pocket to get a shot on the 5. Yeah, I mean, this shot, I mean, it's doable, but this is kind of one of those touch shots, and well, he thinks this thing goes. I didn't think it did. He's probably right if he's playing position on it. Yeah, it goes. It's tight, but it goes. That's not the kind of shot I like to shoot. And he did get the 10. Yeah, I mean, that, to me, that was just the wrong way to play the 5 ball. He had plenty of other options than trying to shoot by a 10 ball that was covering a lot of the pocket. Picture quality's poor. Well, it shouldn't be. I'm streaming at a pretty high rate. I think what Hugh was saying is the right thing to do. So Rabih looks like he's going to get the first rack. And you know, this is the kind of thing I talk about all the time. This is just decision making. First off, I'm not sure that Slim identified that the 3-4-5 was, you know, a real key sequence, and getting on the 4 right was super important. I can't understand why he decided to try to play the 5 by the 10. It was pretty tight. Hugh, you should come into Discord and join the stream so that I have more time to munch on my food without you hearing it. So Slim breaks, very good break. Got a nice looking shot on the 1 ball. He's gonna leave this high and just take the cut. Which I think even in real life in that situation you'd probably do that. Yeah, Hugh, I have popcorn. Popcorn with peanuts in it. That's a great mix. Take popcorn and throw some good Virginia peanuts into it. Where's Hairpig when you need him? A guy from Virginia. The Virginia peanuts are phenomenal. So Slim's going to get it done this rack. I think he'll just take the cut on the 9. Well, maybe he's not gonna. Maybe he's gonna go to the rail. Yeah, he almost screwed himself again there with that 10 ball. Oh no, not
good evening.
Not coming in, announcing himself with a fart.
I've got Stubb worried, by the way, Steve.
Yeah, what'd you tell him?
Stubb was sending me messages today, the usual stuff, ready to bomb and all that stuff. Then he says, unban Stub, he can pay Stub to stop typing bullshit, K. I said, very unlucky. This was him moaning about his 72-hour stint. He said, discuss payment plan with him, K. I said, I suggest to Steve not to kick you from now on. Instead, $1,000 each time you interrupt a match. He likes that idea. You have been warned. And then he says, bullshit, you can't steal Stubbs' earnings. This will be contested, he says.
One of
and
a
then
kind.
and then he goes away for hours and he thinks about it, and then he comes back and he says, $1,000 each time, and what happens when I'm broke? Stub is Stub. You will never change Stubbin' K.
Yeah, he is stubborn. Never truer thing said out of his mouth. He's stubborn. Well, it's looking like Slim, if he get on this 5-ball, I think he's pretty good. Yeah, that's a little sketchy. Biggest problem here is, ideally, you want to shoot this 6 on the side because it gives you just a nice rundown. Now, if you're going to do it what he's doing, you got to get the right angle. That's okay because it goes by the 10, I'm pretty sure. He can just come straight down the table. I would always look to pull that back and shoot it in the side, or I could just roll forward to get on the 7.
Well, you've got to get tight into the corner to get around here. And
Well, see, a lot of that,
again.
you know, if he would have shot the shot that I was talking about, did it make the 5 a little harder? Yes, but if he got on the 6 good, then it's all over.
Now, you see, when I say tight in the corner, you look where he's finished, even if he potted that 6. If he was tight in the corner, the worst he could do would be hook himself behind the 8.
I would
But
have
he would have been higher up the table.
I would have come straight down the table and shot the 7 in the other corner. Well, this is well, is he gonna get away with it? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Maybe he got away with it. Yeah, he's having to bank it.
Check this up. I don't think he can pot that 7
It's not
unless it's a combo with the 10.
Yeah, he can make that 7. It'll throw. This is a pretty easy bank, and he plays one pocket. The only way you can really screw this up is if you're trying to get it to slide over and you hit it too wide, and he just decides he's going to play safe, which he just didn't like it. And that's what you should do. If you don't feel like, man, I'm making this and running out, he had an easy safety.
No, this is just I would just gently roll this, on top of the 6.
Good evening to, let's see, isn't that Fox, John Norris Metal Sculpture? Fantastic Fox. I think that's who it is.
Oh, Rabih had a smack.
Yeah, well, this is no gimme. He may play safe here, too. I mean, it's sitting pretty good to hit it with draw and left English and just come right back into that 7-ball. But that's pretty bold move to do that. Trouble is, it's a little tricky trying to get him on the 8. The 6-ball's going to come back down table, so he's got to get behind the 8 over on the long rail if he's going to do that. He's going forward. I'm not sure what he's doing. He's trying to play some other type of safety. You know, I would have tried to stun it over behind the 8 and let the 6-ball come back down table and just get it all the way over on the side rail before I did what he just did. Or I might have shot it. The only problem with shooting it and trying to break the 7 out, that's an all or nothing, because you miss it and break the 7 out and you lose. He's still got a chance here because that 7-ball, from above it, I'm not sure you can make it. If you're even with it or below it, you can throw it in.
Oh.
Yeah, see, this is going to be tough. I'm not sure he can make it from above it. Let's see if he
Now,
decides to play safe.
what about the billiard off the 10? Is it not thick enough? No, it isn't. I don't think.
No.
I think it's clean. I think it's clean.
What I like here is cutting the 7 thin so it'll kind of stay there and bring the cue ball around and put him on the 9. That's what I would have tried, because when you're against a ball like that, if you just cut it thin that direction straight into the 10 ball, then it's just speed. It's going to sit there. Even if you don't get cover, that's not an easy shot. Well, here we go again, missing balls. I mean, that wasn't a gimme. Slim may still be sick.
Oh yeah, I mean he's not recovered overnight because he sounded rough when he was doing that other match the other day.
Well, he's probably going to try to kick this in. I think he's got. Well, I'm not sure he can get the cue ball out off the rail far enough to make the 8. We'll see. Oh, he's putting English on it. That's no good. I'm pretty sure you don't want to put English on this. You don't want to flatten it out any more than it's going to be flattened, I believe. Yeah, see how if he was going to put English on it, he needed a right, not left. Honestly, I think the only way to make that was actually hit it with a little bit of draw, try to get it to kind of come out off the rail some. Yep, it is Fox.
Coldest Pillows says he can't bite. He says he can't bite my stream. He should be in Twitch in a minute.
He is in Twitch now. Yeah, I assumed you weren't streaming it because I didn't see any advertising.
No, I might not even be here for the end of this, just depending how quick it goes, because usual up at 4 AM.
Well, it's looking like it's going to be 3-1 here pretty quick. And he got pretty straight on that. Really not where you want to be. Straight's good for going forward or backwards, and that's it. So those are just the kind of little positional mistakes that Slim really shouldn't be making. You gotta leave yourself some
into
angle.
this.
Oh yeah,
Get into this with a bit of bottom left. Is he trying to squeeze an angle? I think he's trying to squeeze an angle here. Yeah.
I mean, he can get out. It's just that's not what you want to have to be doing.
That'll work. Going that way. He managed to make an angle. It looks perfectly okay on YouTube, on Twitch as well. I'm looking at Twitch. It's perfect. Interchange X is going to have to get his match reset.
Alright, well, I'll try to do that right now while I'm thinking about it.
He said he sent messages to support, so
now I
should have something incoming.
Looked at that today. Let's see. 10 ball.
I was looking forward to that match as well.
Interchange X and Vince. All right, it's been tweaked, so you can go ahead and send out a schedule request. Yeah, well, that was fixed this morning.
A bug where the game wouldn't finish. Never heard of that one.
Well, obviously I didn't test the normal situation when I fixed the bug that Larry found.
Well, is the 7 and 8 going to be cover here, or what's he calling? Yeah, I think that's what he's doing. He's calling the 3, but I think he's got to be trying just to come over.
I'm not sure what the heck
7
he's
and 8.
doing.
No. Get it to the short rail.
Yeah, that's kind of a do nothing safety, but the good news is there's no easy safe from here. I mean, if this was me, I would shoot this 3 ball. Because you don't really have any kind of good safeties to play. I would just shoot the 3. I mean, it's definitely a makeable shot.
The problem with this is the pace to make the cut and the cue ball coming back up the table, and when you leave it like that, you're going to leave the shot.
Yeah.
But the problem for Slim is judging the pace and the cue ball come out of there.
Yeah, he's got a lot of room.
He's good.
Big area where he can get that cue ball and have a shot on the 4. So, speaking of the update, Honolulu is ready for you guys to try out. Because there may be some issues with it. So to test what we're going to use in the World Championship, you've got to go into the hit the advance button, and turn off the forced call shot because the default is on.
Right.
And then
that's not there right now though until you do the update though.
No, it's there right now.
It is there. Oh.
So I need you guys to test it out, make sure that everything works okay.
Well, is he going to be leaving things the way they are and trying to bump that 9 into the 10?
With these pockets, I'd shoot the 9-10 combo all day. I play the 9 ball off the rail. You know, that way you don't have to try to cut it so hard.
Well, he's going to have to do that now. But this isn't exactly the ideal angle to be trying it though, I don't think.
Well, he could have a better angle. He still shouldn't miss this. I mean, he could play the carom if he wants, or the billiard shot. I mean, I think that's what he's doing. So this is a shot I missed for $2,500. I remember this shot, this exact shot. I missed this for 2,500.
That'll do it.
It was a little tougher than that, but not a lot. That's 4-1. So Hugh, did you see that an amateur won the PGA Tour event yesterday?
Yeah, I did. I think he failed. I think I read that he failed in his first 4 or 5 tournaments. He failed to make the cut, and then he won. He won outright yesterday.
Yeah, which is pretty amazing. It's pretty hard to do that.
Oh, I wonder whether he's going to get himself overexcited and get talked into going pro, and then you never hear of him again.
Oh, he'll go pro. There's no doubt about it. Why wouldn't you go pro? He's got a 2-year exemption on the PGA Tour. He's into the Masters, the British Open, the U.S. Open, and the PGA Championship. Why wouldn't you go pro?
Well, what's he got to fall back on when that all goes pear-shaped? That's the question.
Well,
What was that name of the guy? We had a guy from Troon. I can't remember what was his name, and he got hyped up big time, and he was at the Open one year, and then you never heard of him again. Can't remember his name. He's sort of reddish hair.
the thing is he's got an agent. He's probably going to sign endorsement deals for several $1 million right off the bat. But if he wants
Of course, yeah.
if he wants to, I'm sure he's going to get a live offer. And my guess is Liv is going to offer him something like a $30 million signing bonus. So think about that, Hugh. Do you want to stay in school or do you want $30 million?
Well, I mean, when you think about it, it's worth doing, because if he does go to oblivion and you never hear of him again, he's sort of made for life anyway with the money that he's getting, or he might be getting.
He's not just made for life. He's made his family for life too. Oh, I'll be shocked if he doesn't go pro. You'd have to be crazy not to go pro.
Right, that 10 ball, is it going to spot? Yes, it is.
Well, luckily not right in front of the cue ball.
Oh, well, this is rack.
Oh, boy.
Dear. This is rack money, isn't it? The 10 balls on the second diamond. Or is that just... what am I talking about? It goes on to the main spot at the head of the rack, doesn't it, when it's respotted? What am I talking about?
I don't know. I was having a hard time figuring that out. You were confusing me, that's for sure.
Yeah, I got confused there.
Well,
it's that time of night.
Interesting. He chose not to run into it. I'm not sure that was a good choice. I would have probably tried to run into the 8 or the 10 there. When are the Saudis going to buy VP4? I don't know. Good question.
Oh, is he going all out for the cut here, or what's he trying to do? He's not giving us a clue.
Well, you got to cut it to the left because you can get safe, especially you run the cue ball down past the 9 like you're going to shoot the 9 in the same pocket. Or the other corner. I think it's more natural for the other corner. But yeah, I would definitely cut this shot because you're not going to give up a lot if you don't make it.
Well, that was well done.
That was very well done. That's not an easy shot. You don't have the problem you do in real life with the having a bridge and being all that awkward, but you still have the visual, and when you're up over the ball like that, the visual looks a lot different. The tendency is to overcut the ball in that situation. Yeah, interchange X. I'd go cheap. I'd go cheaper than 30 million. But that's what I'm guessing they'll offer the kid.
That was a good out.
I mean, they gave Eugenio Chikara, I think they gave him $8 million, and he had won the NCAA championship. This is a whole nother level winning the PGA Tour event.
Depending how he gets into this, he could run into the 10, or if he's lucky, he'll miss it.
Yeah, I think he can go between
that gap.
I think he can go. Well, he decided to go.
I don't know what that was. I haven't a clue what he was thinking there.
He's trying to go forward and around. That was going to be rough.
Now, if he's going past the side pocket, I think the side pocket's a bit in the way here of the line. Maybe top side. You can check it a bit. Oh, he's had a smack. See, that's the thing you don't do, because then what you're doing is stuff like that where you're opening up balls that are tied up. You know, you play the kit, but you don't blast it, because blasting it is going to more than likely make things easier for Slim with ball in hand. He's just checking to see the 4 goes clean. Let's have a look.
Yeah, it does.
Well, it's tight, but it goes.
It's got plenty of room, as long as you get on it reasonable. Yeah, I mean, he's fine.
Now, is he going to stun that and bump the 8? Does he really need to?
You've got your choices. You go forward to this. It's going to roll off the 5. Oh boy.
Oh dear.
So you could have gone forward. It would roll into the 5, push the 5 over closer to the pocket, and bump to 8. I mean, he could have rolled that.
Well, this type of opportunity is something that Rabih needs to put away here. This is something that's not too difficult. The only difficult part is this 5 ball with the 8 ball being adjacent.
When you get those situations where 3 or 4 balls are going to be moving, that's where, the really good players can see what's going to happen with all those balls and play it. It's tricky. It's you got to mess around with those kind of shots a lot before you get a feel for them. So you're saying he's out, Hugh?
Well, he should be out. I don't know what the angle's like in that 6, but ideally he just wants to come. He wants to miss the 8 ball if he can and come up with the 7 into the side. Well, he's leaving it long now, and there's nothing to do to get on the 8 ball. The only thing, the 8 ball's not tight, so he's really just got to stun this in.
Hey, Fast Eddie, that's why I need Hugh here. So while he's talking, I'll be eating.
That's good enough. Now, the obvious thing here is you would want to come out into the table. You're going to have to leave this shot though. If he over hits it, he's going to run out into the zone of that 10 ball. You'd want to just go forward to the long rail and out, wouldn't you? But 10 ball's the worry.
Well, I'd probably just go to the long rail and slide up that same side. I just hit this with a little bit of left English and hold it and kind of go into the long rail.
Yeah, he's trying to get down below it for the side, and that'll work.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, that's that's one of those personal choices of how you want to move the cue ball.
Well, he's already on 3, and I gave him 4. And if he keeps doing this sort of stuff when he gets tables like this, he'll get a lot more than 4.
Well, Slim really hasn't played very good this match. I mean, he's given Rabih enough chances that Rabih's in this match. And that's looking dry. So I'll see what he can do with this. I mean, is this table runnable? Yes. Well, right off the bat, he's got a shot that's not so easy. This kind of tricky. You got to kind of stun this over with right English, come off the side rail and out for the 2. Keep it, above the 7 ball. See what he's going to look at. Going forward is, probably not any good on this. Maybe you can run into the 7. I would be stunning this with right English, trying to come off that rail. It's a tricky shot. Now it looks like if you go on this angle, it would go behind the 7, but remember, the cue ball is going to curve. The cue ball is going to go like this and curve around. So you're going to have to put some draw on it to get that. Stun won't do it.
That was well done.
So he goes with inside
well
English and really hit it good. Yeah, he hit that with left English. That was a beautiful shot.
Well, the awkward one obviously is the 5 because it's guarded by 3 balls in the middle of the table. And that's going to be the problem. If he can get there, he's going to have a good chance here.
Well,
this is the one that he could stumble on. Now, if he just dinks this in and kills it, I don't know that he can go forward very far. See, that's the problem.
The way I would approach this is I would try to run at the 9 ball. You want to hit on the side of the 9 ball the 7's on, because if you run at that 9 ball and bump it, you're going to get position unless you get on the wrong side of it.
Well, the angle he's got in the 4, he wants to try and get in the 7 and 8, the 8 and 9 gap, and that is just too heavy.
Yeah.
So
I mean that's not a terrible idea to play that, but obviously he didn't get where he needed to.
Right. Well, he should be. If this is me, it's short rail, roll into the 5. He's trying something heroic here.
Yeah, this is tough.
Now, did he get that clean? Did he clip the 8?
No, I think he got it clean.
No.
He hit it good, just didn't go in.
That time there, that's a little roll up onto the 5. You at least give yourself a chance of staying in this. He's just probably giving the rack away to Slim here with that effort. I mean, if he got it, he's a hero. But it's shot choices like that can cost you racks. If you'd done it the other way, you might have got out. You might have got another bite at the cherry.
Yeah. You
live or die by those shot choices, don't you?
It wasn't the easiest table in the world. I mean, he made a reasonable attempt at the run out, just didn't get in the spot he needed to.
I think Eddie's getting the quadraphonic sound of popcorn all around the room.
Yeah. Well, here, let me put a bunch in my mouth and get my mic open. Like this, so that you can hear it munching. How's that?
I don't hear anything.
Because normally the munching itself won't turn on the mic. I have to be talking. So usually it's because I'm talking with my mouth full. And Rabih goes with the big hopper. And let's see what we got here. Nothing in, and pretty good table. I mean, the 6 ball is yeah, 6 ball is the hardest thing to deal with. So, like if I'm playing this rack, the first thing I do before I hit any balls is figure out how I'm getting to 5 from the 6. And then I work back from the 5 and decide how I'm going to play the other balls to get the position on the 5 so that I can get that 5 to the 6. Or you can just go with no plan and make them and see what happens, which is what most people do.
Well, I'm assuming he's going to be drawing. He's just going to nail him. That's what he's going to do.
Either that or he's playing a combo. I think he is just going to nail him on it. Or maybe that was his plan all along. That's never that bad a plan.
be calling. I'd be calling the 8 here in case I hit that half ball, the top side of the 6, in case you billiard the 8 in.
Well, another reason to do that is that it's desirable to hit the top side because the cue ball goes up table and the 6 ball stays down there.
Oh, hang on, he's got a hit. It's not safe.
Yeah, it's not going to do
But
him any good.
That would have been the reason I would have called 8. Just, you're trying to hit that half ball, the top side there, and you could glance and easily just nudge that 8 in. This is going to be good. So he can just stop that cue ball right there and go the gap between the 10 and 9 if he wants. So with that match being reset, the next match is tomorrow night between Coldest Pillow and Tommy at 7 p.m. I'll be there for that because that's me on my days off at the end of shift tomorrow. And then Larry and Quagmire on Wednesday at 7. And we've also got Albinario Inspector Don has been set for a week tomorrow at 8:30 my time. So again, I can get that one because once again that's me on my day off. So that's 8:30. That'll be what, 3:30 Eastern.
Yeah, I can probably be there for that one.
Well, Rabih will be put straight back in here. I think he's just dug a hole for himself with that push out.
Well, it's not terrible, but you don't want to kick it this way. You should kick off the short with a lot of spin and try to hit the 1 ball up table and stop the cue ball behind the 4 and 10. This is
let's see
not
what
what you
pace he
want to
plays it. Yeah, he's every kick he's just going to blast him.
So he's been stubbified.
Now, what about the 4 ball? How does that look? 4 ball goes okay, so there's not a problem there either. So, miss the 4 and 10 going up that side, back up the table high enough for the 3. And the further it goes, the more it opens the angle. And he's still a wee bit dodgy, this, just controlling the shot here. He's coming back.
You don't have to get really good on this. I mean, this is just leave a little angle and roll forward just like that. So,
That's good.
Most players will probably try to get closer in real life to that 5 ball. He's not going to do that. I think he'll go forward with this. He could go back. I mean, if this was me in real life and this is the shot I had, I would go forward every time. And that's what he decides to do. So
That's good enough.
I think it's going to be 7-3 here pretty quick.
Well, we can go forward or back. Or around like that, but he doesn't want you overhit it. Like that. That's where you don't want to be. many of these have we seen get caught in the jaws?
Yeah, you know, being on the rail, a little easier in VP than real life. I mean, a lot of it's just visual because you're only seeing the top of the ball.
Right in the heart of the pocket. Well, he's got a ball this time. I don't think he's got a room through the gap. Well, he can catch the one, and if he just pushes it to the rail, the 10 ball's a blocker up table. What's he trying? He might be. Is he trying a
Oh
this is
boy,
going to
this
be a
may
foul.
not get there.
Yeah, it's a foul ball in hand.
Ouch. Somebody had a situation the other day where they, you know, they had the cue ball right by the pocket and the ball blocking, and the ball they needed to hit was hanging in the pocket, and I can't remember who it was, but they didn't shoot the shot that was a shot to shoot, which was Jack up in Masaya.
Now, does the 4 go in the gap? Yeah, I guess it does.
Boy, I don't know. That's like.
Yeah, it does go.
It goes.
It's actually of a pocket he's got.
Most of the pocket. Yeah, he should be able to handle this without a problem. Those are the famous last words. And he decides to go high on the 5 ball. Boy, that.
Oh, that's good as well.
That was brave, and he got perfect.
Stink across past that 9. Not that though.
Well,
he should still be okay.
I think he's still okay. He could have hit that with more speed.
Well, my prediction is still on the cards here at the moment.
Well, I think Slim's starting to get a little rhythm, and I really think this is one of the crucial things to learning how to win in these tournaments is learning how to get in the rhythm much faster.
Well, I think that what does go into that philosophy certainly in VP4 it's who you're playing. I mean, Slim now is not under any pressure, so he can relax even more and stroke the ball the way he normally does anyway. But things get a bit tighter when you're neck and neck with a guy in a race to 13. But really, you shouldn't. I mean, your routine shouldn't be any different, no matter who you're playing.
I think it's safety time. He's got a pretty easy safety shot here. Just gotta, when you have this many balls down there as blockers, don't just hit it. Kind of pick where you want to go. Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, that's no good.
You got to try to be precise because there are holes in all those balls. There's big gaps.
You can take a lot of the VP players game apart piece by piece here. You know, his safety's not good. He needs to come up with better ideas than that. He could be nervy if he knows it's getting streamed, all of that sort of thing as well. But the more you play in these things, the more experience you get.
Yeah, I mean, the nerves can definitely play a big part in things. You got to get to the point where you can play nervous. That's what it basically comes down to. I asked that of
Now,
Max Eberly once. I said to Max, I said, you know, man, I'm so nervous in these tournaments. What do I need to do? And he said, you know, that's funny you asked me that, because when I was younger, I asked, what the heck's his name? Guy's in the Hall of Fame, Nick Varner. He says, I asked Nick Varner the same thing, and Nick said to me, he said, well, Max, he said, when I first started out playing as a pro, and I was really nervous, he says, I figured after I won a few tournaments, I'd kind of get used to it and I wouldn't be nervous. And he says that never happened. He said I was always nervous, so you better learn to play nervous. And I think that's kind of the moral of the story, is you need to learn how to play when you're nervous.
well, Slim gave up the 3-ball there. Rabih couldn't get himself into the gap, or at least he wasn't trying to get into the gap. He was trying to get up above the 10.
Well, this is a pretty straightforward bank if you play one pocket.
Yeah, let's see if we can get the cue ball out of the way. Yes, he can, and he's got it. That was well done. Now he's got to follow that up. Unexpected rack here for him. So get yourself high on the 8-ball. You don't want to leave yourself these ones that set your mind thinking.
Dwight's there.
Well, he's done exactly what I said. He's got the angle, but I think he'd be much more comfortable looking in the pocket in that 8-ball than he would be here.
We're still missing a few of the normal suspects. I don't see Larry. I don't see Cobra. I don't see.
Well, again, part of that is if they've subscribed but they've not hit the bell, then they're not getting an alert, so they won't know. That's the main reason they won't get any notification that YouTube and Twitch has gone live if they don't hit notifications. Being a subscriber is all very well, but and you know, unless you saw a post in the lobby that there's a match on, if you don't have any other information, you won't be aware of this at all.
So
that's unless they just come into the lobby.
Yeah, I never thought of that, but you're right. Let's see what's going on here. Robbie's break. Let's see what kind of push. So I'd be thinking
he's got
up
his
here.
4 racks, as I said.
I might even push it. I might even push into that 10-ball, and I'll tell you why. Just like that. I'm not sure I would have made it, but this is not easy to play safe on here, because you can't run off the right side without running into the 6. And running off the left side, that's your best chance here, but it's tricky. Actually, the 10-ball makes it worse.
But yeah, the 10-ball could interfere with that idea.
Well, you can play a mediocre safe here and play side to side. Maybe try to get him on a 9-ball. Yeah, this is tricky. He would have been better off not putting a 10-ball there. I would actually play the 1 off the 10 and go 2 rails and try to put him behind the 2 and 4. Something like this.
He's missed the 10. The cue ball's not got the legs though.
Yeah.
But the idea was very good. He would have been stuck right on that 2-ball there if that had another footer running.
The cue ball, the 1-ball needed to catch a piece of the 7, and it didn't, because then it just popped straight out. You know, it was a reasonable attempt, but how about that?
That's worked. Now, of course, the problem with the 3-ball isn't the angle he's got in the 2, as he's running up table. And then, of course, the 4-ball's blocking the 3 into this bottom right-hand corner.
Oh no, you just hit this with bottom bottom left, go around the corner and shoot the 3 on the side.
Oh no, he's
He
trying to duck
decides to
again.
play safe. Well,
Well,
unfortunately, he made a ball, and that's going to cost him because he's going to be shooting again.
yeah. No, he's called missed call, and he's going to be put in.
Yeah, I mean that's what's rough about.
This is painful.
That's one of the reasons why you got to be a little bit careful how hard you hit it or knowing where the balls are going, because you shit one in like that and then you're sorry.
I don't have a quick look at that 8-ball. Well, that 8-ball's in the pocket, so there's nothing you need to do there other than be on a good side of it to pot it. So,
well, that was his best safe he's played all day, and he's got to shoot off of it. Wow, this is brutal.
Yeah, he's stuck right on it.
Yeah, I think Massey shot was probably his only chance of hitting it.
Well, I suppose if you're Rabih in this situation, you just think to yourself, well, Slim's still got to get out. I mean, there's not really a problem in the table, so it's just about manoeuvring the cue ball and staying good.
Well, Slim's pretty good. He's probably going to get out. I can tell you my experience playing pros, when you give them this, they run out. Very few times is a pro going to screw up a table like this.
Well, I sort of thought the same idea there, semi-pro, when he was on that 3-ball. I say the only concern was that the cue ball is going to go up the table when he pots the 3, and the 3 was blocked into the corner where he probably wanted to play it. Bearing in mind where the cue ball was probably going to end up, somewhere up the table by the 10-ball.
Oh no, you shoot that 2-ball with bottom left, come around the corner and come out and shoot the 3-8 combo. That's what I was looking at.
Yeah, that would probably be the best he would have had anyway.
This is a gone fishing type of a match too. Ever hear that expression, gone fishing?
No.
That's what happens when you get knocked out going fishing.
I know who sung "Gone Fishing." That was Bing Crosby and Satchmo sung that. Another bit of useless information. Well, Rabih's one of them players. I mean, from what we've seen in this match, he's one of them players who, he'll pop balls, but the mechanical side of it and getting that cue ball under control. I mean, for example, his kick shots. I think we can take it for granted that if he has another kick shot, he'll just be one power level, and that's blast it, rather than maybe come up with something a wee bit more constructive.
I can say that a lot simpler. He's the guy I want to practice with.
Yeah.
I got all these guys always want to play me. Semi-pro asks me to play all the time. It's like, why do I want to waste my time playing him? I need to be on the table getting practice, and all I'm going to be doing is watching. I want somebody like Rabih that's going to give me a lot of chances.
You're just going to be there for cannon fodder at the end of the day. Semi-pro tried that with me often enough as well, and I think he's learned the fact that I'm not up for that. I ain't in a position to do that, and that's going to be a foul.
Well, honestly, I mean, I don't know why he'd want to play me. I never ask guys way below my level in real life to play. Well, that's not true. I do ask them to play, but I'm asking them to play for money, and I'm expecting them to ask for weight, which I'm going to give them.
Now, what's he trying here? Trying to bump the 3, and he's come up good. He could have left that there and played the billiard, but the 3 would have went probably dead on the 6 or something, but, you know, he got a nice roll off the 3. And he'll be out, and he'll be in double figures. And unless Rabih gets another rack in the board, I've nailed this prediction right at the start.
Well, I remember semi-pro, and I'm in a pool room one day, and there'd been this guy in there, and he was like, you know, thought he was real cool and stuff, and he started playing pool, and you know, he knew I was a good player. So he comes up and asks me to play, and I'm like, what do you want to play for? And he says, nothing. And I said, no, thank you. And he says to me, don't you want to see if you can beat me? So I was very polite. Instead of telling him I know you can't beat me, I just said to him, no, I don't care. Which also is true. But yeah, there's no profit in doing that. If I'm gonna make money, I'll do it, but otherwise, forget it. You guys are all just like way too civilized and nice. You gotta realize I led a jaded existence in the pool room. It was all about seeing how much money you could take from the other guy.
So 2 ball and 4 balls gone.
And you know, he's in a pretty good position here. He makes this one and gets on the 3, and I think he decides to play safe, and that's a pretty good safe.
Now, here, this will prove my point here. Let's see what Rabih does.
No, that was Rabih that played the safe.
Oh, was it Rabih? I thought it was Slim.
Oh, that was a pretty good
Oh, I
safety.
thought Slim was getting nasty there. It's Rabih that's getting nasty. Well, that's what he needs to start doing.
This is one you definitely try to kick in, and you hit this with some speed so the cue ball gets out of there if you miss it, or the 1 ball gets out of there, depending on how you hit this. But this is not one you want to hit easy. Oh boy, he didn't get the 1 ball first, and thereby reduced a lot of the speed. So successful safety by Rabih. Yeah, those kind of kick shots. You know, if you're really good at kicking, you know, like if you're effing, you might hit that slow and try to make the 1 and play position on the 3. But you know, you've got to be like, you know, at least 80% on that shot to hit it easy.
Don't scratch on the left side.
Because if you hit it firm and make it, yeah, the cue ball is going to go, you know, maybe a place you don't want, but you might still come up with a shot.
So straight off the short rail back down the right side.
Yeah, this is sitting perfect. I mean, this is...
Don't hit well. He's hit the 10. He would have liked that. He would have liked the running that was in that cue ball to have kept going, but he's still okay.
And you know, that's just a little bit of you know, that's just a little bit of not quite sure where it's going. He needed to put maybe just a teeny weeny bit of left on it. You know, you're talking
just
like
to straighten it a bit.
Quarter Q-tip or something. I mean, it's just very fine adjustment.
Alter that line a tad. See, now the thing is, those type of shots are what a lot of players of Rabih's level are probably. I don't know that he's aware of that. How he can adjust the cue ball marginally like that.
Well, the problem, Hugh, is that if you're not really quite sure where it's going, you know, I mean, yeah, he's got an idea where it's going, but he doesn't know the exact line it wants to run on. So it's hard to adjust when you, oh boy.
Oh dear.
It's hard to adjust when you don't know where it's going in the first place. You've got an idea, but, you know, some little fine adjustment like that, he's not really quite sure where the line of the ball is. And if you watch a really good player, they run the cue ball on beautiful lines. You know, they're always running on good lines. That's what good players do.
Well, I thought Rabih was going to prove me wrong there and get his fifth rack, but
He's going to draw this. Nope, and this is it's going to be 11-4 with Slim breaking. And like in real life, you'd never want to leave it like this. You'd always leave some angle one way or another if you could, because you don't want to do something like that, and you certainly don't want to just stop it and shoot that shot.
now I realise why semi-pro's here. Now I realise that's who's in the firing line for OnePocketSlim after this.
Oh, well, I didn't ever gamble with friends.
That's how you lose friends.
I'd play a friend for dinner or something like that, you know. So somebody might lose a $50 dinner or something, but I didn't gamble with friends. I've got a guy that comes over once in a while. He actually hasn't been over in probably close to a year, but he texted me he wants to come over and play. I just kind of haven't been playing. But I usually play him. He likes playing 9-ball, so I usually play him 9-ball, 9-4, which means I got to win 9. He's got to win 4, which is what it would be like if I went to a tournament, one of the handicap tournaments. That's probably what it would be. At least the one in Hinesville that I was playing at, he'd be a 4, maybe even a 3. Probably
now,
a 4.
If you can cut this to the rail just before the side pocket and bump that 5, the 3 will go in.
Yeah, I wouldn't come off the rail. I'd go straight at the 5. I think the shot's easier because if you come off the rail, you got to hit it. There's a pretty small area you have to hit it coming off the rail, but it's a bigger area going straight at the 5.
It looks as if he's going to the rail in my eyes.
The problem with this shot is that how are you going to get on the 4-ball? I mean, I would play safe here.
Yeah, well, he didn't get anywhere near the line. But
Well,
that'll do as a safety.
He was trying to play safe there.
Was he?
Yeah.
I think I thought he'd called a ball there into the side. I think he'd called something, but at the end of the day, it's worked out.
He sure looked like he was playing safe. I mean, and that was the thing to do there because you weren't going to get on the 4-ball.
Slim's called a 4, just in case.
We're all snowflakes now. Well, I mean, it's certainly a lot different now than it used to be.
Oh, here we go again. Rabih with a chance, ball in hand. 5 over the side, 4 right next to the 3.
Derby City's going on right now. Derby City Classic. Let me tell you what, there'll be some gambling there in the action room. I saw guys playing 10-ball for 80,000 a rack. That's gambling pretty high. 80 grand a rack.
$80,000 a rack. Yep. Who the hell was doing that?
It was I think he was Swedish, guy that was very, very wealthy. It's always like this, and he was playing this Black Kenny. They were playing on the bar table. And Black Kenny was spotting him, I think, the 7-ball, and they were playing 80,000 a rack. And of course, Black Kenny's backed. He's got some other rich guys backing him, and the Black Kenny beat him out of 320,000. Was up 4 games when they quit.
Oh, I've got an incoming message here from you know who. What's he saying? Stub will never change, K. Well, that's like a red rag to a bull, that, isn't it?
So, if you want, you can go look at, they have live tournament brackets and stuff. If you search for Derby City Classic, they played the Bigfoot today. I don't know if it's over yet. That's on a 10-footer.
that's pay-per-view though, isn't it? It's who is it that runs that shenanigans?
I think it's
Yeah,
AccuStats that's doing it.
Aki Stats. Yeah.
Uh,
Still haven't seen anything from Daniel that does. Does he do POV pool? Haven't seen him streaming for months and months and months.
yeah, I don't know how much he's streaming anymore. I mean, I don't really talk to him much. I, you know, I see a Facebook post or this or that. I haven't talked to him in a while.
Unless he's busy or whatever. I mean, I don't know what if he works for a living. He obviously must. You can't fund that without an
Yeah,
income
well,
for the.
he tried to make a business out of it, and that's a hard thing to do.
Well, that maybe answers the question why he isn't streaming.
So, not sure what's going on. I'm not sure what's going on. I think it's the semifinals at 4:30. They just started. Levan Corteza versus Conrad. I can never say this guy's name. One of those names. And then another
Well,
semifinal, it's Gorse versus Filler. So that's some pretty strong Final Four.
he's got 5 on the board. That's my prediction gone.
If you guys ever haven't seen Pool on the 10 footer, it's pretty cool. I play pretty good on the 10 footer.
How many balls is that? It's been about 3 or 4.
Well, Cola's
Two
Pillow,
ball,
there's
5
no
and 6.
there's no pressure in blackjack. Oh, wow. And that came out pretty good. How about that?
I think he might be on for 2 in a row here. Maybe that's jinxed him.
Yeah, he's already ruined your prediction, Hugh. Might as well get another one. Yeah, I would like to go play in Derby. It's a lot of effort to do it. It's 11 days in a hotel. I wouldn't be in the Bigfoot challenge. That's invitational only. It's just all pros. But there's Banks, One Pocket, 9 ball. And they've had a straight pool challenge before, but I don't know that they're doing it anymore. But if you go through and you look at the names playing in this, Ricky Bauman's playing, so I know Ricky Bauman. He's from Augusta. I know a lot of the people in this thing.
Well, that's going to hang up. Oh, it's gone in.
But
just to pace it, let it drop.
most of the top players play at Derby. Not all of them. I mean, you got to travel, but
Right, just a slow roll in the 9 and 10 up table. That's the rule here. Well, the scoreboard looks a bit healthier.
but the Banks will have a full field in it. I mean, the Banks will be like 400 players in it.
400.
Yep.
God.
Oh no, they've got like 40 tables they set up, and the Banks will probably be full. That's usually like around 400. The 9 ball will be full with like 400, and then One Pocket probably won't be full.
Three players as usual, just like VP4.
No, it'll get probably at least 300. See if they say how many people are in it. They've already done the One Pocket draw and the Banks draw. So
Semi-Pro says one of his friends travelled 3 hours to a 9-ball tournament and went out first round and only had one shot, and that was a lag.
Yeah, well, it can happen. I mean, that's being a pro stuff. I know Oscar traveled China, went two and out. You know, fly all the way to China and go two and out.
Well, at least he gets more days to see the sights. Mind you, but I would imagine it'd be the quickest you can get out of a hotel and get back home, because the longer you hang around here, the more money it's costing you, and you ain't won
Yeah,
anything.
Derby's not too bad. I mean, last time I went, I think the hotel room for the week was, I think it was about $90 a night. So I was there for 11 days, well, 10 nights. So it was about $900 maybe, 900,000. It's not too bad. But you know, you got to buy food and this and that. So the entry fees for all three of them plus the buyback is like, well, I don't know what it is now. It's probably getting close to $1,000. Plus you get 1,000 for the hotel, so that's 2,000. Plus you got to eat, which is going to be
Which
probably
another 3,000. Bearing in mind it's you.
no. You know, I mean, well, one year we brought a microwave and some burritos and stuff like that. We ate it in the room a lot, but you know, probably spend another 500 or 600 on food and then gas to get up there. I mean, it's an 11-hour drive for me from where I am. You guys don't know about long drives living where you are. Just think about it.
Oh no.
11 hours to get there
I mean, you can.
each
What?
way.
John O'Groats is like just round about 900 miles from the northeast tip of Scotland down to the southwest of England, down to Penzance. That's just on 900 odd miles, the length of the UK.
Yeah, and that's about what it is for. Nah, it's not that far. What is it? About 600 from here to Kentucky? Something like that. But I always drive because airfare is so expensive for these little short flights on the East Coast. So this is looking a lot like it's going to be 12 to 6 here. Well, I mean, I'm from LA, so I know about traffic. Where you park on the freeway. You ain't experienced nothing until you've been in an 8 lane wide freeway parked.
Yeah, but you're all going the same direction, so you shouldn't be bumping into one another.
Well, you're not bumping into each other because you're not moving. You're
You're
parked.
not moving.
When I said parked, yeah, I mean, you know, that section of
Picnicking and
freeway, sometimes to get over the hill there, you know, it's like, I don't know, it's maybe 3 miles over the hill. I've taken 45 minutes to go those 3 miles. Well, this is definitely going to be slim on the hill with 12 here.
Well, when you think about it, when the freeways were built, they were probably built for uh, less than half the amount of cars that there are nowadays. I mean, and you look at the USA is the car capital of the world because you've got people who've got like 2 and 3 cars in the driveway.
Yeah, I mean,
one of them's a son, the other one's a daughter's, and then there's his, and then there's the wife's,
no,
and
people
then
have
there's
a
a
lot
big
of cars
SUV
here.
when they all go out. Yeah.
I've got 2 cars. I had 3 at one point, but now I've got 2.
So Slim on the hill,
And Rabih eyeing
no,
this combo.
and I'm on the hill as well. That's what, almost 10 to 10.
Yeah, you gotta get to bed. Gotta get your beauty sleep and get ready to do whatever you do at Tesco.
And then it'll be finished. a couple of days. That's my last shift tomorrow, and then 2 days off. So, and as I said, I was looking forward to that Princess match. I think it was originally set for 2 in the afternoon my time on the Wednesday, or was it Wednesday?
No, I've never had a Lambo. I had a Mini Cooper. That was my fast car. Was my Mini Cooper.
And I still can't believe Steve fitted in a Mini Cooper. I just imagine him sitting with his knees up at his chin and his nose against the windshield.
It wasn't a classic Mini. It was 2006. And that's an interesting attempt there. And he's got the safety. That's a nice little two-way shot. So Slim will be kicking at this 2 rails. You basically want to catch the 1 full and leave the 8 there, and maybe make the 1 in the side pocket. If you don't, it's coming down table. That's what he should be calling here. What's he calling that side pocket for? All right, so he's already doing the wrong thing, I think, right?
Or he's calling the right side,
okay.
Right side pocket rather than the left.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
That's better. That's what you want. You want to kick it at that pocket, and if it goes in, great. If it doesn't go in, you're probably going to get safe here. Oh, he hit it way too hard. No.
Oh, that wasn't Slim. That was Rabih. That's why it was hammered.
Okay.
Oh, and it went into the pocket. He looked at this side.
Who says you can't? Who says you can't shit it in 10 ball? You can still do it.
Oh dear. Well. Yeah,
man.
Rabih's got one speed when he kicks. It's hammer it like hell.
He's been to the Stubb school of kicking. Wow. So
Andy potted the 9 as well, and then he's hammering it again to try and thin cut it. Well, like that possibly could be his last shot if Slim gets a cue ball running here.
He can just stun this little stun draw, shoot the 3 past the 8, it goes. He's gonna have to draw this more than that to get back to the 5. This is the kind of shot I like. He's gonna go the other way. I would draw this ball and off the side rail and come back. Well, I mean, he made a good attempt at it. He just didn't get past the 8. I mean, it was a pretty good shot.
He's got the cut. He'll be home and dry here. Pretty certain he's got the cut. Yeah. 5 nicely off the rail, so there shouldn't be any issue here.
Well, you don't want to be straight on it.
You don't want to go there, though.
So that's kind of a silly mistake. Let's see, can he cheat this pocket enough? Yeah. I'll tell you what, real life's a lot tougher because when you make those mistakes in real life, and you got to crank up the stroke or, whatever. Any dogs that, just to show me VP is hard too. You don't make those mistakes in real life and leave yourself like that. You're in a world of trouble. Can you deal with it? Yeah, but not as easy as you can in VP.
Now, is Slim going to let this cue ball run and go for the bank? Yes, he is.
Yeah, this is an easy bank. He's going to bank this every time. I mean, you want to follow this forward. So you got to cut this a teeny bit more. Well, he's putting English on it. I don't think I'd do that, but yeah, see,
well,
I would have got
another rack.
I would have gone straight forward with that, and you might have cut it just slightly, but straight forward and out. I mean, the 8 ball wasn't going to be hard to make. As soon as he started putting right English on it, that was the death knell.
Oh.
And it's going to be 12-7.
Another consolation rack.
Oh no, semi-pro. You've never been in a mini then. I'm not talking about a classic mini. I'm talking about just the newer minis. They fit people up to 6'8". Look
Uh-oh.
at this. Oh my God.
There you go. Hasta la vista.
Uh, oh, there's got to be a gambling investigation for that. That looked like Rabih bet it was going to be 13-6 with his bookie.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, semi-pro and slim next up, whenever they get arranged.
Well, coldest pillow. That was a comeback killer right there. So let's go look at. We're looking at Rabih here. Let's go look at the bracket and see what's going on. So Mr. Bill's waiting for the winner, Christian and Cobra. We're pretty sure we know who that's going to be. Spud Boy and Chico play, and then the winner of that plays Hazaric. Slim's gone through, and he plays semi-pro.
Yeah, Chico will be the favourite in that other match. He should come through against Spud Boy.
So we got Quagmire and Larry, and that's happening in a couple days. That's on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Well, this would be 7 p.m. GMT.
Yeah, I'll be there for that.
Coldest Pillow and Tommy tomorrow at 7 p.m. GMT.
Yeah, I'll be there for that as well.
So on the opposite side of the world, we've got Interchange X against Vinces, and they are rescheduling that. Pulling Power against Acero, and
that'll be your time.
I'm going to look in a second and see if there's been any proposals. I know Stubb hasn't sent any. See, this is why
he probably won't because he's been kicked. He won't do it just out of spite.
Well, he can't. He can't log in.
Oh, that's right. You said he can't do it anyway. That's right. You're right.
So Spectre Don and Albinario, what is that? That's next Tuesday.
That's a week tonight. A week tomorrow. Sorry.
At 8:30 GMT. So let me take a quick look here and tell you guys if any proposals have been set. I mean, Stubb had plenty of days he could have sent proposal. I tell people all the time, send them early, send them early, send them early, and then they don't do it. I have no.
What's the deadline date for Stubbs' match anyway? He must still have a few days left because I think he's still got another day of this 72-hour kick to run out.
Let's see. The 31st. So they got plenty of time.
Plenty of time.
But he could have sent something. Let's see if Acero has sent anything.
I mean, there shouldn't be any problem with Stubb and Acero arranging a match because
Acero's another guy that, I think his kind of standard thing is just wait for the other guy to send a proposal since I can't ever play at the times most people want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am not seeing, oh, there. Okay, Acero proposed a match for Thursday, February 1st. At 12 a.m. GMT, 1 a.m. GMT, and 2 a.m. GMT. So those are all just,
and
late for you.
That would suit Stubb. He should accept one of them. I know it's going to be like midnight onwards.
Well, here's the thing. That was sent on the 19th. So when did he get kicked? Yesterday? The 21st?
I think so.
So he could have responded to the proposal anyways, and he didn't. I don't have any sympathy at all. All right, so we'll take a quick look at the stats.
Have a look and see who's the highest scratcher. I'm betting it's Spectre Dawn. I think he's at top of the league there for
that. His break. He's gonna have to get that figured out if he's gonna beat Albin, because that was terrible.
Let's see, ball stats, rack high run, break stats, average ball run. Right,
so for this one, the shot percentage was slim, the balls per turn was slim, break stats, run out, Slim had 2 runouts from the break, that's not bad. But Rabih actually broke better at 70%. I know Slim's average balls made are higher, but this is the most important number is a break percentage. 70's good, 55 is marginal, and racks runner 2 and high run 1. So you want to look at for the whole tournament. So
Yeah, Spectre Don's at the top, just as I thought.
break fouls with
Yeah,
5.
one was there and 4.
Well, what's
Because he, well,
interesting about Wanwa being there in 4 is he's at the top of the break percentage. So he either has a great break or he fouls, it looks like.
well, he was the one that was he was breaking a cut break with top right English.
So
Uh,
we've got some good players that, are just shit on the break department. Fantastic Mr. Fox at 41, Bedhead at 43, Paul at 46, Spectre Don at 48, Hazaric at 50, Semi Pro at 50. I mean, or like that's a little more, 51. So you've got to get, you want to be up at about the 60 mark before you're breaking halfway decent. You should be, all these guys that are in the 60s, those are all, that's all a decent stat. And then when you get into the 70s and up, that's, really fantastic. I mean, you got Coldest
oh,
Pillow,
Rabbi,
McClarky.
Rabbi, Rabbi 70.5.
Yeah. Now look at Acero. Acero's up there at 79%. And Cobra, look at Cobra, 80%. So
Yeah,
obviously Cobra's figured out how to break. That's a huge advantage. So I don't know. Spectrodon could be in trouble here. Where's Albin? Albinario is 56, so he's not great. So those guys, it's
no.
going to be interesting to see how that match goes with the break. 10 ball stats, racks run. Look at Acero. That's that's pretty good. I mean, he's played a lot of games, but
16,
16.
yeah.
I mean, that's
Hasn't missed a money ball.
yeah. I mean,
Neither is Albie, neither is Ben Says, all in 51.
yeah.
Bedhead in 41. Of course, some of those guys have played less matches than the others, but look at the Stubb. He's 28, 28. He's at 5 racks run. So Stubb's definitely doing something wrong when he looks at all the players that are above him. Well, admittedly, some aren't in the tournament anymore, but he's got a long way to go before he's. And again, the fact that he's playing a Acero, if Stubb was looking at those stats, he should be a bit worried.
Yeah, look at run
Looking at
out for
Acero.
break. Now, it's no coincidence that the two guys that have a lot of runouts from the breaks also have extremely high break
They've got the good
percentages.
numbers, yeah. Good numbers,
So,
yeah.
semi-pro with his mediocres at 7, and McClarky, he isn't bad. He's 75. Albinario is at 6, and his is pretty mediocre too. Then you got Vince at 5, and his is mediocre. Bill at 4, his is reasonable. Well, no, that's Bill at 5. His is 60, so his is just getting there. You need to get that 6 or better in front of that break number. Larry down here at what the heck is Larry at?
He's a 2 run out, 62.5.
62. So that's not terrible. Paul's at 70. So this is this is interesting that there's this much discrepancy in break percentage. I mean, you're not going to win this tournament breaking at 50%. I can tell you that right now, unless you just play unbelievable. So, for the guys that are down in the 50s, semi-pro, you got to raise that percentage. I'm thinking Acero's the favorite against Stubb.
Yeah. Well, Stubb's going to be going at them, and Sarah's more than good enough to be taking the chances he's given. So that could run very close.
It could be the match of the disconnects because Acero's had problems with his connection too.
Yeah, yeah. It's just I wonder whether it'll actually finish that match.
Yeah. Well, I'll try to be there for that. So Stubb is banned for at least another day, and then he can try to set something. It could be Thursday because the Aceros put the proposal in, which Stubb ignored. That's the thing is Stubb does this bullshit. As people send him stuff, he doesn't respond. He doesn't respond. He waits forever. Then he complains when there's trouble setting a match. He complains everybody's against him because I start talking about DQing him. It's just unbelievable.
Right, that's 10 o'clock. Back,
Yep.
it's gone 10 o'clock, so I will bid you good night.
I'm gonna bid good night too. Thanks for joining, Hugh. Thanks, guys, for watching. Congrats
And
to
I'll see
Slim.
you. I'll see you in whatever match it is. I'll be there for the ones that are coming up the next day or so. I'll be there for them. I'll have Discord open.
Good. All right.
So, sayonara and good night.
Good night, guys.